Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We are talking about the big breaking news today that Paulo Fonseca to Tottenham is officially off. It's off, completely off. It's off the table. I know that I did make a video earlier this week saying it was confirmed and it was pretty much a done deal that Paulo Fonseca would become the new Tottenham manager. But today, the news has broke that it is completely off. We're going to be talking about why this has happened. We're going to be talking about what has immediately come out from this breaking news. But before we go any further, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. But for now, let's go back to talking about the breaking news that Paulo Fonseca to Tottenham is officially off. So first and foremost, I made a video earlier this week claiming that the Fonseca deal to Tottenham is a done deal. Pretty much a done deal, confirmed, pretty much official. We were just waiting official confirmation from Tottenham, and I kind of wanted to get ahead of the curve a little bit. Journalist Fabrizio Romano tweeted about it. He stated that it was pretty much a done deal too, and a lot of other media outlets have started doing the rounds with their own reports on the same news story. And it was just a matter of time before an official announcement from the club was put out there and put forward, and we can all say that it was completely, well and truly 100% official. It seemed that Tottenham had found their new manager and were beginning to look ahead to life under the former Shakhtar Donetsk, Roma and Porto manager, just to name a few of the clubs that he's been involved with. But today, obviously, things have worked out different. Days later, of course, talks have gone a little bit quiet on the Fonseca front. There was nothing really new that came out the past few days. Everyone was sort of wondering why the official announcement hadn't been made, because both parties seemed pretty eager to make this kind of thing happen, get it all done and dusted and complete, and so Tottenham can begin to look towards the future and a new season. But then today, the news broke that Paulo Fonseca to Tottenham is completely off. At first, I believed that Tottenham had gone from bottling trophies to bottling appointing managers. And then Romano came out and tweeted to clarify the situation, saying Paulo Fonseca to Tottenham is 100% off. Deal collapsed because of taxes issues, despite contract already completed to be signed. Fonseca has tax advantages from an Italian law which is not applicable in the UK. Spurs in talks with Gattuso now, as per Damasio. We will discuss the Gattuso link in a moment, but it's clear that Tottenham weren't able to compensate or work a way around some way this Italian law that benefits Fonseca in a way that would fully tempt him to make the switch from Italy to England. Because let's face it, they must have known about such a law existing during the negotiations process, right? At least, if Tottenham had done their research, maybe. But the way the announcement was delayed was a little suspicious. The news broke on Monday that it was pretty much a done deal, and then a day later, 2 days later, talks went a bit quiet. The news died down, the fire started to go out a little bit, and it was kind of suspicious a little bit as to why that was the case when both sides seemed really eager to make this sort of relationship work. Everyone created buzz from the news that this deal was locked on, done, dusted, completed, whatever you want to call it. The manager, like I say, seemed 100% committed to taking the reins as Spurs manager. And then reports had, like I say, died down completely. And then everything's been brought to a grinding halt today because the deal's off. In hindsight, maybe this was premeditated by the club and that Fonseca was smoke and mirrors. I don't know. It just seems either this was all smoke and mirrors by Tottenham, or this was poor negotiations by them and poor insight into how this deal could have gone out. If it is a case of poor planning, poor research, whatever you want to call it, then it reflects really badly on the club and how they negotiate doing business. If it is smoke and mirrors though, I don't understand why they would do such a thing, especially with a guy like Gattuso, because the Gattuso link to me represents just as big a gamble as what Fonseca probably would have been. But at the same time, if it isn't, then like I say, it's a complete car crash by the club. I think it's quite an embarrassing chain of events anyway in trying to find a successor to Jose Mourinho. Like, I can't think off the top of my head at least of another club that will conduct their business like this, which is constantly changing from one manager to another. Usually when a club has a manager in mind, they normally draw up a short list of 2 or 3 and at least get to option 2. They never really go to an option 3 just in case another club comes in for their number 1 option. This obviously isn't the case with Tottenham, who have gone through a number of different names, obviously, since trying to appoint a permanent manager since the end of the season. Don't know anything quite like it, to be honest. And I can understand from Spurs fans that this is an extremely frustrating scenario for you all, and it's quite an embarrassing to watch your club go through all of this. The club has so much mystery and uncertainty surrounding it right now that this doesn't need to kind of add on top of that and add more fuel to that fire. Like key players possibly leaving, such as like a Harry Kane, a new season fast approaching on the horizon that you need to be building and preparing for, and a club that are seemingly lacking a bit of direction right now. Like I say, the club, the board, the people that are in charge of making the big decisions aren't exactly helping by continuing to make this scenario and this situation just that bit more unpleasant. Like I say, the Gattuso links have immediately came out of the aftermath of this news story, and it's been reported by a number of sources like Di Marzio, like The Athletic, and Fabrizio Romano that Gattuso being linked with a Tottenham job is seemingly legitimate and is seemingly what is happening right now. That is the so-called plan for Tottenham going forward. Was this the plan all along from like the beginning of the week, maybe, given the rumblings that Gattuso was set to leave Fiorentina 3 weeks after being appointed as manager there? I don't know. Gattuso, known as a fiery and passionate player, who has carried that style with him into management. The most notable clubs he's managed have been, of course, AC Milan and Napoli, and it's with Napoli that he won his first trophy, the Coppa Italia there. He's been in coaching and management for 10 years, so he's been working towards solidifying himself as a genuine manager for a while. As far as a relatively young manager with fresh ideas goes, he's certainly got that kind of thing in his locker, and an instinct and a determination to win things. We've known that as him as a player, and he wants to obviously carry that over into his management. And if he's still got the natural characteristics that we knew him as a player, and we saw him as a fantastic, a icon of a player, and he carries that over into his management style, and he tries to use that to fire up his players and to make them into absolute warriors like he was on a football pitch, then maybe this might be seen as a bit of a smart piece of business by Spurs. Maybe not the most exciting right now or the most eyebrow raising in terms of making a statement kind of manager right now, but could possibly build something similar to maybe what Mauricio Pochettino did when he first arrived at Tottenham. But given how this entire saga has gone so far, I'm not going to comment too much on the Gattuso link. I've learned my lesson on this Tottenham scenario. I'm just going to have to wait and see on the speculation here. But what we do know is that Paulo Fonseca to Tottenham is completely off the table. And there you have it. That wraps up this video. These are, of course, all the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think as the new search for a Tottenham manager takes another strange and some might say even ridiculous twist. What do you guys make of Paulo Fonseca being off the table as Tottenham manager right now, that deal being called completely off? And what do you make of the new links to come out from this that are linking Gattuso, the Italian legend, with the role as Tottenham manager? I'd love to know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, whatever you want to call it, down in the comment section below. I'm sure that will make for interesting reading. Otherwise, hit that like button on the way if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and for a big greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will see you all again soon. in another video.